One teacher and her pen. Welcome to day 21. So the first problem of today is this. How many colours of the rainbow are there? Add how many months of the year are there, divided by how many seasons in the year are there. So colours of the rainbow, add months of the year, divided by the number of seasons. Now, be careful, pause the video and have a go. Okay, I'm going to give you one chance to change your mind if you'd like. I'm just going to remind you of bid mass. So don't forget, with bid mass, if there are any brackets in here, you have to do that first. Then you'd have to see, are there any indices? Are there any divides? You'd have to do that first. Well, we do have a divide, don't we? So you have to do that bit first. So if you do want to change your answer, give it a quick pause. So I've just told you months of the year is actually, there are 12, of course there are, divided by the number of seasons, which is 4. So this whole bit here is actually worth 3. And the colours of the rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, it's actually 7. So actually my answer is just 7 add 3 is equal to 10. So well done if you got the answer of 10.
Now this one's for big boys and girls.
Okay, and on to the harder problem. You might find this one quite tricky today because it is higher GCSE stuff. But have a go and then you can listen to the answer. So, which one of these do you think is the odd one out? So, you are able to simplify these square roots. You may not know it, but you can simplify them. They're called surds. A surd, spelt S-U-R-D, is anything that's a square root, so a surd. So, can you tell which one is the odd one out? I'll let you see if you can have a go. Press pause. Okay, so let me show you with this one here of how you can simplify it. So square root 18 can be written as the square root of 3 times by the square root of 6, because 6 times 3 is 18. But we don't know the square root of 3 or the square root of 6 because there's not a square number there. So the trick is to look for a square number. So you could also have the square root of 9 times by the square root of 2. And what is the square root of 9? It's 3. So my answer is 3 times root 2, and we just leave that as 3 root 2. So this question here, what two numbers times to give 32? Okay, well I could use 8 and 4. Okay, I could also use 16 times 2. So the square root of 16 times the square root of 2. The square root of 16 is actually 4 times by root 2, which is root 2. You could have used another way, but this is the way that would get it simplified the quickest. So what square number can go into here when you're timesing? 6 times 8 is 48, that doesn't work. 12 times 4 would work. 4 is a square number, but there's a better one because 16 goes into that as well. So it's square root of 16 times the square root of 3. Square root of 16 is really 4, and that one is root 3. So here I've got 2 root 2's, but here I've got 2 number 4's, so we're not sure which one's the odd one out yet. So let's have a look. What two numbers times to give 50? 5 times 10, but none of them are square numbers. So it would be square root of 25 times the square root of 2. And the square root of 25 is 5. 5 times root 2. So the answer is all of these ones are root 2's, and this one is not a root 2. So if you did manage to get that one, fantastic. The root of 48 was my odd one out. Well done.